Hi, my name is Stasha and I am the founder of Synapse Canine Learning Center. Today, I am going to be discussing the top 11 books which I most frequently recommend to clients. The first book that I recommend is The Stress Factor in Dogs, written by Dr. Christina Spalding. This book is an excellent read for anyone. However, it's particularly awesome for people who have an anxious, stressed, or reactive dog. This book covers the physiology behind stress in a super approachable way that is pretty easy for anybody to understand, and it also does an excellent job of explaining how stress impacts your dog's behavior and why. The second book, which I most often recommend, is Canine Enrichment for the Real World, written by Allie Bender and Emily Strong. This book is pretty much a fantastic read for anybody who owns a dog. This book does a wonderful job of explaining enrichment, the different types of enrichment, and how to use them. It also discusses different types of behavioral enrichment for behavioral needs, as well as covering how to best implement enrichment into your dog's daily life. The third book, which I most often recommend, is Control Unleashed, written by Leslie McDevitt. Control Unleashed is based around cultivating handler focus and attention during difficult situations and in difficult environments. The pattern games developed by Leslie McDevitt can reduce reactivity and intense emotional responses. This book is particularly wonderful for people who have high energy, high intensity, or high drive dogs. The fourth book, which I most frequently recommend, is The Other End of the Leash, written by Dr. Patricia McConnell. This book discusses important species differences between humans and dogs, which can impact communication. It also includes a lot of anecdotal stories demonstrating examples of these differences and how they can impact the human-dog connection. The fifth book, which I recommend, is Welcoming Your Puppy from Planet Dog, written by Kathy Callahan. This book was written specifically for new puppy owners seeking to deepen their understanding of their puppy's behavior and how they can best coexist with their puppy. This book focuses on puppy behavior and why puppies act the way that they do, as well as providing a lot of practical, hands-on advice and tips for making the most of new puppy ownership. The sixth book, which I recommend, is Walking Together by Simone Mueller. This book was written for owners whose dogs are struggling with loose leash walking due to being high energy, high drive, or environmentally motivated. This book is a guide written specifically for loose leash walking in these types of dogs. It covers everything from the many reasons why dogs may pull to how you can train your dog to walk on a loose leash by implementing their natural drives. The seventh book, which I recommend, is Being a Dog by Alexandra Horowitz. This book is for pet dog owners who want to deepen their understanding of canine olfaction and how a dog's olfactory system impacts their behavior. This book discusses the world of canine olfaction and how it impacts dog behavior in everyday life and different environments. It explains the world of canine olfaction in an engaging and interesting way, combining different types of stories and research to paint a comprehensive picture of how your dog experiences the world through the nose. The eighth and final book that I recommend to pet dog clients is Dog Sense, written by John Bradshaw. This book is for dog owners, any dog owner, who wants to greatly improve their understanding of dog behavior. This book is a wonderful reference on domestic dog behavior, focusing on their evolution and implementation into human society. This book was written about the science of dog behavior and how understanding this science can benefit the relationship with our own dogs. The first book that I most often recommend to search dog handlers is Scent and the Scenting Dog by William Syrotek. This book is for any type of search dog handler, whether you're a live find handler, a detection dog handler, or even a nose work handler. Scent and the Scenting Dog is a small yet very comprehensive guide on understanding odor theory, how odor moves in various settings, and how environmental factors influence the movement of odor. This book also explains the composition of odor molecules and how dogs process them. The second book, which I most often recommend to search dog handlers, is Ethics and Legal Issues in the Courtroom for Search and Rescue Dog Handlers. This book was written by Terry Fleck and Christy Judah. This book is for any live find handler or HRD handler who may have to testify someday in court. This book covers courtroom ethics, common areas of attack, giving a testimony, becoming an expert witness, and the common questions asked to handlers in court. It also covers a lot of important supporting topics such as record keeping, terminology, sample logs, and more. Lastly, it provides summaries of real court cases relating to canines and the processes behind these cases. The last book which I most frequently recommend to search dog handlers is Canines, the Original Biosensors by Lauren DeGreef and Craig Schultz. This book I would recommend to any search dog handler or detection handler who wants to understand as much as possible about the science behind canine olfaction. Canines, the Original Biosensors is sort of like the Bible of canine olfaction. It provides a large number of chapters written by experts and experienced practitioners alike about the modern science of canine olfaction. This book covers so many topics that it almost needs an entire video produced to cover them. But basically, you'll learn about everything from search dog selection to training concepts to the chemical components relating to odor, how handlers impact canine behavior, and much, much more. If you have ever read any of these books, please let us know what you think of them. If you have other dog-related books that you recommend, please drop them in the comments below. Thank you so much, and we will see you next time.